Did they actually watch Red Eye, or did they just hear Fox News, or what? What happened?
Well, they just knew that you have connections amongst the powerful elite, as I have learned myself, and they're not going to mess with you, Greg. And I'm glad to be on board.
Excellent. And what happened to the police officers?
He was skewered, disemboweled, and drawn and quartered.
Very good.
Did you see you dropped your name before doing that, so just get into it.
Hey, now let's get right to it. Scientists have released images of a new dark scar on Jupiter. What do you think collided with this, the handsomest of planets?
Oh, I know exactly what that is. First of all, Jupiter is not particularly handsome. In fact, it's the dumbest of all planets. There's a saying, nothing is stupider than Jupiter.
Really?
And I will tell you what happened to Jupiter. When we were escaping Earth, we were driving by Jupiter,
yes.
and we did that thing where we let the toilets flush.
Yes.
You know, and like blue ice kind of thing.
Yes.
Basically, my ass collided with Jupiter.
Wow. No, a lot of people are blaming a comet. Do you disagree?
Oh, comet schmommet. It makes me want to vomit. There goes that rotten Halley's comet. It makes me sick. I want to vomit.
Interesting. All right, have you ever been to Jupiter? What are the people like there, the women?
There's partially women. I mean, basically, there are the genitals of women. That's about all they have there.
Really
I
interesting.
didn't want to say that.
I guess you've said it.
Again?
Yeah, you said it. We'll leave it in. Hey, I want to ask
Thank God.
I want to ask you. Some astrologers are claiming that this week's upcoming solar eclipse will cause world violence. What do you make of this?
Well, that's pretty funny, isn't it? With the fighting in Afghanistan, the Jakarta hotel bombing, and the rise in popularity of American gladiators, we've seen violence go to a whole new level. Now, will we have more violence? We can only hope so.
Really interesting point. They say that the food will be caused to be inedible, water indrinkable, and they're blaming it all on a demon. Are you the demon?
Well, I'll just have to let you people figure that out for yourself, but I'll say one thing. I'm certainly no angel.
Interesting. On to other news. NASA officials say that if we undergo a mission to Mars, it will be a one-way ticket, and that explorers, if they go, will possibly never return. Do you believe that?
Well, I know it to be a fact. They say that humans have been to the moon. That's absurd. You humans could not get past the Van Allen radiation belts. Even if you made it past those belts, you'd never make it past the Linus Van Pelt belt. Charlie Brown's got one of those on. It's a diagonal line that goes around his stomach. And furthermore, I completely forgot what I was talking about.
Hey, do you have any tips for space travel?
Well, all I can say is I don't really know much about space travel, but I know that Guar is going to be at the San Diego Comic-Con all week. Our new album is coming out in August, and we're until their heads explode.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, basically, we cover ourselves on that. When you listen to Guar music, your head blows up.
Fantastic. All right. I want to move on to planetary issues. It looks like a lake has been discovered on Mars. Apparently, it's a long, deep canyon with actually having the remains of beaches. What do you make of this?
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a reason Mars is known as the red planet. It's because it's drenched in blood. It dried up a while ago, but we used to go there and kill the peaceful people that lived on that planet, the blowtorch. They were very nice and cultured and very physically refined, and for that, they had to die.
Interesting. Well, you answered my next question. Was there life on Mars, and should we kill it?
There's life anywhere.
Check. Yeah. Now, I want to move on to something called Spaceport America. It's the first tourist spaceport in New Mexico, and it's expected to begin sending tourists into space next year aboard Virgin Galactic flights. This is pretty historic. What do you make of it?
I think it's a waste of money. I'm very super powered, and if you just come down to the sleigh pit, I can hurl you into near orbit for absolutely nothing.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah. You might want to bring an oxygen mask or something, but I can even catch as well.
Fantastic. Now, according to Virgin, 45,000 people have registered to take a trip, and each person will have to pay $200,000 per trip to go up 50,000 feet in the air. What kind of people would pay that much to do that?
really rich people who don't have really expensive drug habits, I guess. So they should spend that money on a Guar show or maybe 200,000 Guar t-shirts.
It's so true. All right, I want to talk to you about this. This is something I just read about. There's a planned bombing in October of the moon by a NASA orbiter. It's going to be using a 2-ton kinetic weapon to create a 5-mile wide deep crater. And it's a water-seeking and lunar colonization experiment. Some are saying this is an act of war against extraterrestrials. Do you agree?
Oh, the moon has already had the heck kicked out of it. Didn't you? Look at all the craters all over the surface of it. We bombed the hell out of the moon over 5,000 parsecs ago.
Really?
It's a waste of time.
Really? But is there any...
It's already flat and destroyed. There's nothing on the moon.
There's nothing on the moon? But they're...
No, that's why they're doing the next episode of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me the Hell Out of Here on the moon.
Ah, interesting. Critics claim this act is contrary to space law, prohibiting environmental modification of celestial bodies. What's the point of visiting a planet if you can't modify it?
That's what I say. None of this Prime Directive Star Trek crap. If you're going to outer space, you might as well modify a body. I made a career out of modifying bodies, and I'm the only law in this universe or any other. The law of Guar.
Something
Yeah, Juliet has a question
I'm
for you.
just wondering if you have anybody like in your life. Because
He was in NSYNC.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We're going to move on because we've got a lot to cover. There's going to be a meteor...
The guy who pulled the Keith Carradine.
There you go. Yeah, there's a meteor shower. There's a meteor shower expected tonight. Ashley, as we speak, it should be happening. Where's the best place to watch and when?
Well, if I even knew where I was, I could tell you. But, down in Antarctica, where the Guar Fortress is, we've got the All-Eye Keep of Eternal Terror. I've got a big telescope up there, and we can see these meteors coming very well. But I tell you, they're not meteors at all. They're the advanced warships of Cardinal Sin's space armada that is coming to this planet to turn you all into his slaves. And only Guar can defend the human race from this threat. And the only thing you can do to save yourself is buy our new record.
Wow.